Today we're talking street photography, the good, the bad, and the blurry. So today's question is, street photography is legal or is it even okay? For me, street photography is a combination of things. It's about capturing the raw energy of a city, the fleeting moment that tell a story, but mostly fulfill my creative needs. It's about finding beauty in the unexpected and transforming everyday life into something visually captivating. I love the challenge of composing a shot using light, shadow, and the environment itself to create something unique. I often play with the reflection, shadow, and architectural elements to add depth and intrigue to my images. And sometimes I'll even subtly obscure faces, not just for aesthetic reason, but out of respect for people's privacy. Because it's about creating art, not exploiting individuals. But let's be honest, mostly to avoid any potential trouble when I sell my works. My street photography is a visual diary of my experiences, a record of how I see and interpret the world around me. It's a way of documenting my own journey, the places I've been and the people I've encountered. I'm creating a visual record, not just for myself, but for future generations. Think about it. Your photos can become a kind of a time capsule, a snapshot of how things were, how people lived, and how a city felt at a specific moment in time. And that's a very powerful thing. Now the legal stuff. In US, the First Amendment generally protects freedom of expression, including photography. But this is not a free-for-all. Trespassing, harassment, taking pictures in restricted areas, private properties, or any places where your presence is not welcome is a big no. And sadly, in Europe, things get a lot more complicated because every country has its own unique laws about privacy. You can usually photograph people in public spaces, but publish those photos without consent can lead you to big troubles, especially in France and Germany, where laws about privacy are more restricted. And more or less it's the same for Asia. So before shooting, just make sure that you are not committing any crime at all. But what about the ethical part? Is doing street photography even okay? To me, is all and everything, not only photography but life in general, everything is based on respect. Even if something is legal, it doesn't mean it's right. Always ask yourself, am I being respectful? Am I being creep? Am I exploiting anyone? These are crucial questions. If someone asks you to stop, you stop. No ifs, ands, or buts. Your comfort doesn't trump their right to privacy. Some people are wary of street photography. They see it as invasive. I understand that, but street photography also offers a unique perspective, a way of seeing the world that's both intimate and revealing. It documents the human experience, capturing the beauty, the struggle, the joy, and the sorrow of everyday life. It's a record of our times, a visual history for future generations, and that, I believe, is incredibly important. Before we continue, I have to say two things. First one, the POV you're about to see is not my best one at all, but I needed something I can speak along, and I think it's okay for me to let you see even the bad photos or the photos that are not that good. And that was my only day off from work, so... And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because it means the world to me. Thank you. So that's the legal and ethical stuff in a nutshell. But honestly, it all comes down to respect. Respect for the people you're photographing, respect for the places you're shooting in, and respect for the art form itself. Street photography can feel intrusive, it can be a bit weird, a bit unsettling, and that's why it's so important to be mindful, to be discreet, to be respectful of personal spaces. If someone's giving you the stink eye or they ask you to stop, you stop. It's not a battle of wills, it's about being a decent human being. But here is the thing, why do I do it? Why do I spend hours wandering around the city with a camera in my hand? This question is very complicated, so if you want, let me know why you do this in the comment.
Two hours later.
For me, street photography is a lot more than just pretty pictures. It's about connection. It's about capturing a feeling, a moment, a story that's happening right now, in this specific place, at this specific time. It's about documenting our shared human experience, the beauty and the grit of everyday life. And that's important not just for me, but for all of us. These photos, this fleeting moment captured in time, become a record of our history, our culture, but mostly our humanity. They show the world as it is. They show the diversity of our experiences, the richness of our lives, and the beauty we often overlook in the rush of daily life. Think about it, 50, 100 years from now, someone will look at these images and get a glimpse into our world. They see how we lived, how we interacted, and how we navigated our cities. Exactly how we find beauty in Bresson or Mayer or Kudelka or every photographer you want. Because with their picture we can see a world that is not here anymore, that it's totally different from the one we are living right now. And this to me is the most important part and the most beautiful thing about street photography. It's a vital form of storytelling, a way of preserving our shared history, and a testament to the beauty of human connection. But it all starts with respect for each other.